get to President Kipper to tell him what's happened. Wrote the entire thing, thousands and thousands of words, tens of thousands of words, and, the editor read through it and went, it's not working. I went, no, it's not. It's just there was no reason why this guy would do this. There was no explanation at all. And the only way that I could think of to make him do what he does in that book was to take his family away from him in a really brutal fashion. It was funny, like I wrote that scene, and I'm not giving away a spoiler because it's right at the start of the book, and then I had to read it when it was edited. I sort of went away from it for 2 months, came back and read it, and I got goose flesh up my arms when I was reading it. It's not very nice.
I was genuinely shocked.
Yeah. When you broke your arm, it just made me think that you had to use dictation software and so on. But I'm just wondering if having to read out your work, it gave you a different appreciation and sensation of the writing process.
Look, it was. I use dictation all the time now, but the first couple of months I was using it, it was just hell. There's an entry somewhere in my blog where I said, I've got this dictation software, I'm going to have to use it because, my arm was in a cast and I literally, I couldn't put the fingers on the keyboard, and I had an 80,000 word draft that I had to finish into a 200,000 word manuscript, and so I eventually got the dictation software, and I wrote this blog entry saying, well, blah blah blah, I hope it works out, and one of my regulars, Lobes, hopped in and he cut a paragraph from a previous blog I'd written, like literally written with my hands, and he just put it in the comment thread next to a paragraph from the one I just dictated, and they were completely different. The dictated prose was stilted and formal and awful. It was just fucking awful, and I was very grateful for him for doing that, because I just realised I had a big problem that I needed to get over, because it's odd sitting there talking to a screen, and you do eventually get over it, but it took a while.
You didn't have a Star Trek moment, computer.
I had. Here's a cautionary tale for those of you who are thinking you could churn out books with dictation software. It is science fiction. You sit there with your little sort of sexy headset on and you talk at the screen, and honest to God, fills it up. It's 4 or 5 times faster than typing. But you also use dictation to control the program. And I had dictated, 2,000 words worth of awesome prose, and and all of a sudden, the entire block of text I'd written was highlighted, and I went, oh fuck, and it was gone, replaced with, oh fuck, oh shit, and that was it. Like, so, it had been held in the cache for that precious half a second, and I couldn't undo, because I had the second curse had undone my undo ability, and so I learned to turn off the programming. So yeah, there were a couple of incidents like that where it just that's not a good feeling.
So the new book will be typed on a Hermes portable, I'm thinking.
Look, I'll use dictation for the new one, because it is, again, for baby authors, like if you can get yourself a little dictation rig and put up with the learning curve, which takes about 2 weeks, and get over that weirdness of talking to your computer, it is really good.